Okay, so a few of those vocab words that I wanted to point out. Some are really close to the English. Chatear, you can see the word chat in there, chatear. Escanear, same deal. Descargar, when you think about like cargo on a ship or cargo on a train or something, that when you unload the cargo, okay, so you descargar, so it has to do with a load. Grabar, it sounds like grab. It's not grab. It's the verb to record. And don't think about recordar. Recordar is to remember, so they're kind of false cognates and they don't mean what they look like. Watch the difference between impresora, the printer, okay, and then imprimir, the verb form. So it's got an M in there as a verb, so imprimir. And then the verb guardar, to save. Guar, you're going to hear the U in that one. It sounds like the word guard, of course. It looks like the word guard. It sounds a little bit different with the guardar. So let's practice these. I'm going to give you guys, whoa, too fast. I'm going to give you affirmative and a negative command, and I'd like you to, again, pause button. See if you can provide yourself with the affirmative command and then the negative one that's next to it. Okay, pause it. See if you can fill that in. Borra el archivo, no lo borres, no lo borres. Look where the lo comes right in front of that negative command. Look at borra and then no borres. So they're going to look different. They're not just going to have a no stuck in front of it. They're going to be formed in different ways. Next one, try this one. Record the music. Don't record it. Pause the video. Provide those and then start it up again. Graba la música, no la grabes, no la grabes. La, referring to la música, goes in front. Not a new verb. We know the verb mirar, to look at, but we have a new vocab word in the screen. So take a second, provide those. Mira la pantalla, no la mires, no la mires, no la mires, no la grabes, no lo borres. Get used to the rhythm of that. No lo borres, no la grabes, no la mires. If you have to pause the video again and say them aloud a couple of times, get used to the sounds of the affirmative. Borra, graba, mira, and then no lo borres, no la grabes, no la mires. Let's do the next one. Turn on, we had as a vocab word, could be on the quiz for today, so don't turn. Now it's starting with negative, and then we're going to go affirmative. So pause the video, try that one. Two verbs for turn on. Let's see which one I gave you. I gave the poner verb on the first one, no pongas la impresora, ponla as an affirmative command. Or if you wanted to use the prender verb, no prendas la impresora, prendela. Prendela. Notice when you add a pronoun to the end of that, notice that the accent mark is also added. A few more. Don't save the text messages. Don't save. Okay, it's a negative one to start with, and then an affirmative one. No guardes los mensajes de texto. Guárdalos. Just like ponla, prendela. Guárdalos. Listen for the sound that it makes when you add that pronoun on at the end. Since you've added the pronoun also, notice you're adding the accent mark as well. All the negative commands, look at the as, es that goes at the ends of those, depending on what the verb actually is. Okay. So keep working on adding vocab to your repertoire here. More verbs that have to do with with computer stuff. Notice that word borrar, it says to erase. You can erase something like with a lápiz or something like that, but you can also, in terms of technology and computadora, a lot of times that word can mean delete as well. Okay, here we go. Next slide. All right, I'm going to be spending a little time here. The rest of this video has just got 2 more slides left. That are using the verbs that you see in the bottom left box here. Verbos 36, this group right here. Okay. And some of those words might not be new to you. In fact, you've seen the verb abrazar. We did abrazar before. Besar, we've had besos, right? So here's the verb form. Encontrar, we learned before to mean to find. Saludar, we learned that as saludos, good greetings. Saludos a tu mamá, greetings to your mom, say hi to your mom. So we have learned that before in a different format, but now notice that there's a little se in parentheses after that. There's that se word, it just keeps popping up everywhere, right? It's used for something a little bit different. So I want to show you some examples here, and then I want you to see if you can tell what's going on. Sometimes you'll see the se, sometimes you'll see a little nos. So tell me what's happening here. Yo abrazo a mi amigo. Okay, aquí es mi amigo. Imaginario. Right? No tengo muchos amigos. Pero es mi amigo. Yo abrazo a mi amigo. Okay, now we would all agree that that would be really awkward if it stopped there, right? Look at the next sentence. Mi amigo también me abraza. Okay? Mi amigo me abraza. The result is nos abrazamos. See? Yo abrazo a mi amigo me abraza, nos abrazamos, nos abrazamos. Elena ayuda, verb ayudar is to help. Elena ayuda a Paco con su tarea de historia. Elena es muy inteligente con la historia. Paco ayuda a Elena con su tarea de inglés. Elena ayuda a Paco, Paco ayuda a Elena. Elena y Paco se ayudan. Se ayudan. Okay. Tomás besa, besa a Rosa. Rosa besa a Tomás. Tomás y Rosa se besan. Se besan. Nos abrazamos. Ellos se ayudan. Tomás y Rosa se besan. Se besan. Yo encuentro a Silvia en la plaza. Yo encuentro, I encounter or I find her, right? Ella me encuentra también. What results in that? Silvia y yo nos encontramos en la playa. So, if you've been paying attention, and we talked at the beginning of this video about how we're going to be talking about reciprocal verbs. Reciprocal has to do with, yes, it doesn't just simply go one way, it goes both ways. Look at the first one. I'm hugging my friend, and my friend hugs me back. Otherwise, it's really awkward if he just stands there with his arms down, right? So the result is nos abrazamos. We hug each other. Do you see how that nos is the equivalent of what we say in English as the each other? We are doing the hugging, abrazamos. Who are we hugging? Each other, nos. Okay, I'm not in the next example though. I'm not part of this group. Elena ayuda a Paco. Paco ayuda a Elena. He helps her, she helps him. The result is that they help. There it is, each other. Notice that little se that's used there, that se pronoun that's used. Tomás besa a Rosa, Rosa besa a Tomás, ellos se besan. They kiss each other. Every time that you use that little se or nos, in fact, what I'd like you to do is next to that little box of verbos that you see, go ahead and write se, nos, right next to those, because when they're used reciprocally, they're going to be, one of those two is going to be used. Either they do it to themselves or we do that to ourselves. The nos for ourselves, se if they do that to themselves, or you guys do it to yourselves. Notice what we're not having, what little pronouns we're not having. We're not having me, we're not having te. There have to be plural people involved for that to happen. I have a few more examples coming up here. Yo saludo, kind of looks like the word salute, right? I greet. Saludar, to greet one another. Yo saludo a los estudiantes cuando entran en el cuarto. Hola, buenos días, buenas tardes. Los estudiantes me saludan también. Notice what happens here. They greet me. The result is nos saludamos. Unfortunately, that hasn't happened as often as I would like. People come in and I go, hola, buenos dias, and I get no response. It's not reciprocal in those situations. What I'd prefer is nos saludamos, right? So when I come on the next video and I say buenos dias, buenas tardes, I would like you guys to respond, buenos dias, señora, buenas tardes, señora. Nos saludamos, okay? It's back at you, right? Me to you, you to me. We do it to each other. A few more examples. I have the verb mirar here. It's not on the bottom left box. You already know mirar is to look at, right? So we can use that in a reciprocal kind of nature as well. Paco mira a su novia Amanda. Amanda mira a Paco. Do you see them looking lovingly in each other's eyes? They look at each other. Ellos se miran. There's my se pronoun. Miran, se miran. They look at each other. Yo amo a mis padres. Okay, but again, it's not going to be just a one-way, one-directional kind of thing. Mis padres me aman también. Mis padres y yo nos amamos. We love each other. We do that to each other. I had a couple more, I think. Yeah, one more. Julia ve a Antonio. The verb ver, not a new verb. We know the verb see. We've heard it before. She sees Antonio los sábados. Antonio ve a Julia los domingos. Julia y Antonio se ven. They see each other los fines de semana. Los sábados y los domingos. Se ven en los fines de semana. So think about things like that you can do to each other. You greet each other. You encounter each other. You love each other. You hug each other. You kiss each other. Lots of things that people do to each other. And then the se or the nos is going to accompany that to make that each other fit in there. Of course, it's not going to be two separate words like each other, okay? That se or nos, when you put it before the verb, it's going to refer to that reciprocal kind of action that's going between the two parties. Okay, so just to finish, when you, way back when, in 101, I think we learned the greeting, or the goodbye, actually, nos vemos. Do you see it? Nos vemos. We'll see each other, right? When you learn that phrase, nos vemos, that's what you were talking about. You were talking about this very thing right now, this reflexive kind of nature. So, we'll see each other. Nos vemos. Nos vemos. Okay, so, nos vemos el miércoles para clase 36. Hay una prueba hoy de tecnología y la primera lista de la computadora. Be sure you can complete that. You've got a time limit to complete that. Please have integrity and do that without using any kind of additional help. I keep practicing commands. I will assign stuff on Panorama and we'll keep going. We just have a day or two left on Lección 11 before we start Lección 12 and finish up the semester. So, buena suerte. Nos vemos el miércoles.